this is Sarah from sarayip.com, Facebook, the numbers queen, and Instagram, sarayip1111 with your December forecast. First thing, Giaquit, that is Irish for God or Goddess be with you. Welcome to December. So comment 333 joy below. I'll send you a little blessing in reply. So just come through November. It was a master 11 months, very emotional, very intense, very cathartic. Now we have this beautiful 3 months to kind of digest, reclaim our power, refocus, declutter, and get ready to welcome 2026, this beautiful universal 1 year of rebirth and new beginnings. So 2025 has been this gigantic clearinghouse, a year of conclusions, everything coming together, things coming to a head. 9 looks like a person with a big head, someone who really thinks deeply about where they're going, how their actions make a difference. So we've got this beautiful 3 month, as I mentioned, and this is about the solar plexus, which is just around your stomach, your gut. It's very much about healing your inside self, your inner child, about having these new ideas come in that can really help you to grow and to really become braver and more whole. So 3 from the side looks like lips in profile. It's very much about communication in numerology. It's about personal growth, humor, group synergy, cheekiness, even a bit of naughtiness. So when you want to work energies like this, we want to avoid over drinking, overthinking, they tend to go together, focusing on what you didn't achieve this year. I guess imagine if you were a tree in a forest and all you did was count how many leaves the other trees had. You'd never have enough energy to grow your own, right? And it's so easy to compare ourselves, and that's like the dark side of the 3 energy, the solar plexus, the ego, the measuring stick, where we basically set ourselves up to never be happy, to never be enough. And this does start very early in our life from our childhood. So really there's that real invitation right now to reparent yourself, to celebrate any growth at all, to celebrate all the failures, all the success, because it means that you're still here, still kicking, still changing the world. So things to do with this beautiful energy. I talked about the celebration, bring people together. There's a lot of team and group energy coming into this planet. Basically, things are bigger than us now, and we really need to create those revolutions, those movements, those constellations of starseeds. So this is also a month to really speak about the hard topics. You might have seen I've just released some articles, and I'm doing some fundraising around domestic violence, coercive control. And this is all really heavily related to the work I've been doing for decades, not just in charity, but in the spiritual field. You see, when you're in conflict with yourself, with the fact that you are a soul, you are powerful, you do have this gigantic amount of team. When you are not aware of that or not owning that, it's very easy for doubt to creep in. And then we start questioning ourselves. And you want to think of it like an immune system. And then we start to catch dis-ease easily, and it can linger. And then it's just so much easier for us to fall into, like I mentioned, counting how many leaves the tree next to you has instead of blossoming. So who's in the spotlight right now? Anyone with really strong 3 energy, especially my 3 life path. Hello. The artists and the communicators, the bright sparks. Also, anyone who's seeing 333, which probably will do after watching this. And as I mentioned, it's about that solar plexus. It's about staying centered. It's about being someone that others can talk to during a crisis, someone who's really just going to be very in the moment and available. It's about positive words. Really notice the type of music that you listen to. Is it always one person? Could you mix it up? Could you listen to duets? Could you try different language music? Could you even have something like, choirs, things like that? Because it does sort of set this structure up in ourselves in terms of basically what we're putting out into the world again. And as I mentioned, it really is going to take a team for us to get to the next level as a human race right now. So other things to know is we've kind of got a lot of opportunities right now. That 3 energy is really touching all our lives. So with relationships, 3s are very, very charming. They definitely attract love and friendship triangles. Obviously with, Christmas and the New Year, we'll all be feeling the need for more expression, for more like social engagement, for some playtime. And this is really an important month to lean into that, because not only is it that season, but we've got the end of this 9-year cycle for humanity. And a lot is expected of us next year. And I know some people get scared by that, but I love a challenge. As do a lot of neurodiverse people. I know a lot of you definitely think outside the box. And really the focus next year is, can you really live your truth? Can you really be authentic? Can you rise from the ashes? Phoenix has this one energy. So in terms of work, 3 energy is brilliant at organizing. It's very clear. A lot of 3s or people with strong 3 energy become CEOs. So we're all going to get a little bit of that confidence fairy dust right now. Take that time to do some dreaming, to do some visualization, and follow through with those visions while they're fresh. You are here for a purpose. There's been 108 billion people ever born. You're still here. There's a reason. You're not an accident, no matter what your parents told you. It's time to fly with the eagles. So with spirituality this month, obviously some of you will be celebrating Christmas. Some of you may do something different. I know I always really look forward to the solstice. 3s question. They question authority. They question the status quo. Perhaps this is a time to start some new traditions, do it differently. Maybe be more intuitive, more natural, more budget friendly right now. It's going to feel a lot lighter. It's going to be a lot more sustainable. So the tarot cards for this month, we've got the annual card. This is the final month for it, the Hermit, which it sounds funny, but it's turn yourself on, turn the lights on. Don't wait for someone to take you to heaven, and they'll usually charge you a little bit too much, right? We've also got this beautiful Hanged Man card coming in, which is reflections, those lateral thinking, new perspectives we talked about, and really just hanging out with yourself. You are the pot of gold. Your heart is the treasure chest. And this is not so much about navel gazing. It's more about just recognizing that you are a miracle. Even as you sit here, your body is renewing itself and you're sending vibration into the world. You can really make a difference. So if you'd like to connect, I've got some offerings in this month. Saturday, the 13th of December, we're starting your 2026 numerology forecast. This is my annual call series. And I'll be honest with you, it's feeling quite different. With AI, a lot of the bottom of the market with psychics, it's gone, really. The whole industry's just changed. People can basically do their own readings now with ChatGPT, as people like to tell me. And I have to giggle because the people who insist on sending me their free readings are usually the ones who they've never wanted to pay. So that, that's cool. And look, in the end, I'm all for education. But there's always going to be a lot of love possible when you have that in person, or in this case, online meeting, in a small group. People are actually craving that connection more than ever. So it is a smaller group. I'm really looking forward to it. Either way, I'd literally just sit there because I want to know what's going to happen next year energetically. I want to bring it in. So, you know, having people there is just, you know, the bee's knees and something extra. And I am so grateful to all of you who are coming back. So yeah, early bird spots are still available for that. And I'll put a link below as what we cover. It's a very unique offering. It brings everything together and it's very practical and there's lots of question and answer time. On Wednesday, the 17th of November, I'm running my final study group call in the Patreon. Got a really special guest. I've got Hayden Crawford from Dreamtime Academy. Some of you might know him. He's absolutely fascinating. A lot of starseed energy, works with the color mirrors, human design astrology. He's a very old soul. He's a life path 9. And I'm really looking forward to that chat. We'll be talking about how numerology can really bring the world together. So please come along. On Saturday, the 20th of December, I've decided to run another round of my domestic violence fundraiser palm readings. Now, I'm not sure if you know, but I started my career in palmistry. It is my first love. It's interesting. Remember I said this month, December, has a lot of connections with March. March this year is when I started teaching palmistry again, doing market palmistry. And then here we are, you know. So if you are interested in a discounted reading with me, and part of the funds are going to some really amazing local causes, please check out the links. The last batch on the 6th of December went in less than an hour. So I am hoping to repeat this regularly. My background is in fundraising and I just love the people who are coming through that channel. So here's wishing you a really deep, comforting season where you're able to truly enjoy who you are. You're able to be present to your united state. We are growing into our greater selves. I've got my little angel wing here. And just remember that your lungs are the wings that protect and uplift your heart. So use them. You are so special. I'm so grateful to be here able to serve. I am still in recovery from a procedure. So forgive me if it's been a little bit of a different tone today. Also, I just wanted to say with the image for this month's forecast, those beautiful birds flying across the sky, that's by my magical dad. Thanks, Dad. And this idea, which I've written about going from spiritual childhood to soul maturity in December, it is inspired by my recent interview with the amazing Dan Millman. You can check that out. I'll put the link below. He talks about the stages of spiritual maturity with me. And, you know, a lot of people in the beginning, they are looking for someone to tell them what to do. That time has passed now. I'm sure you're aware that there's no joy in that anymore. We're not able to be rescued. The gurus have retired. So be the teacher you seek. Create the groups that you're looking for. Rise up. And I'll see you in the sky. Thank you so much. This has been your December forecast. And we're just winding up 2025's forecast with this video. And again, I'm just so grateful. So many of you reach out to me behind the scenes and on my socials. And I do make a point to read every message. I'm a words person and it means a lot. So remember, leave 333 joy below and I'll get back to you. Take care always, and I'll be back in January. Bye.